Hello, Nigeria. This is Newsline, and I'm Becky Madujemo. A man was fired from the police force 25 years ago. He claimed he was innocent and waited patiently to prove it. Did he succeed? Another man left home to inspect a personal project. Why did he not return? Two mysteries we shall solve tonight. Now, there was a buzz on mainstream and social media when our very own Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala made history as the first female and African to lead the World Trade Organization. The hashtag #BeLikeNgozi is still trending, and we will show you why it's popular. As for events, a first-class monarch celebrates his counterparts in a majestic way, while some young Nigerians are trained and empowered to be self-reliant by a non-profit group. Before these reports and others come your way, let's join Claire Adelabu Abdurazak for the news. Hello, Claire.
Hello, Becky. I like the hashtag #BeLikeNgozi, but you might as well be like me. All right, good evening and welcome to the news here in Abuja. Let's begin with security matters. Security agents have repelled two separate bandits' attacks on schools in Ikara and Igabi local government areas of Kaduna State. Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs, Samuel Arwan, disclosed this at a media briefing in Kaduna. Details with Achari Maxwell.
Science Secondary School Ikara was the latest bandits' target where, according to the commissioner, security agents' superior firepower put them on the run, with many of them injured.
Fortunately, the students utilized the security warning system in place and were thus able to alert security forces in the area. The security forces, comprising the troops of the Nigerian Army, police, and some security volunteers, moved swiftly to the school and engaged the bandits, forcing them to flee. The military and police are still on the trail of the armed bandits. Following a head count by the school management, Kaduna State government can confirm to you that all 307 students have been verified, safe, and present.
The other repelled attack was at the staff quarters at Ifere, Igabi local government area.
Bandits attempted to attack a senior staff quarters around the Kaduna Airport General area. This attempt was also foiled as troops of the Nigerian Air Force and the Nigerian Army engaged and repelled them, with several escaping with gunshot wounds.
Samuel Arua reiterated that Kaduna State government is fully committed to securing the freedom of students abducted at the College of Forestry Mechanization, Afaka, in Kaduna. Achari Maxwell, NTA News.
And the next report is from Maiduguri, where troops of the Nigerian Army have been commended for their gallantry in recovering the Boko Haram weapons system. Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Ibrahim Atahiru, made the commendation while inspecting the recovered arms on the premises of 7th Division Nigerian Army Maimalari Cantonment in Maiduguri. Maimuna Garba tells us more.
His appointment as Nigeria's 21st Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Ibrahim Atahiru has been touring army units and formations within Northeast Theater of Operations to boost the morale of the gallant troops as the war against Boko Haram intensifies. He made an operational visit to the headquarters of Sector 2 Operation Lafayette Dole in Damaturu, Yobe State by the Army Chief is no exception. While addressing troops under the sector, Lieutenant General Atahiru says he is in the formation to ensure that their morale is at highest level, as well as identify all operational challenges with a view to addressing them.
Operational visit, which commenced with the theater headquarters and indeed all the sectors in Operation Lafayette Dole. The essence is to get to meet the soldiers and they get to know us, we get to know them as well. If there are challenges in the course of their conducting operations, we will try our level best to ensure we solve those problems and ensure morale is at the highest level as we go to confront Boko Haram and the entire insurgency. In the final end, to bring the insurgency to an end.
The Army Chief also charges the troops to push the adversaries harder and bring to an end activities of insurgents in the northeast. In the Matru, Yunusa Suleiman, NTA News.
And we turn attention now to the heather-farmer dispute, which has taken acute and violent dimensions. It has cost many innocent lives, while also destroying property and livelihoods of so many others, and aggravating ethnic sentiment and political tension. Now, concerned about this, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in a press statement, highlights some ways we can end herders farmers crisis in the country. And our correspondent Elizabeth Omori has details of the statement.
Senator Tinubu in the statement noted that Nigerians should move in unison but decisively to end the spiral of death and destruction caused by herders-farmers clashes. As vital as security is to the resolution of this matter, Nigerians should realize that security measures alone will not suffice. Enhanced security may be the necessary first step, but it cannot be the only step. He added that those who cast this as exclusively a matter of ethnic confrontation are mistaken. The reasons for the greater violence of this current dispute are myriad. Desertification, increased severity and length of the dry season, diminution of water resources, impairment of land fertility, and population growth also contribute in no small measure. The APC national leader maintained that farmers have a right to farm their lands unmolested, and herders have a right to raise their livestock without undue interference, so that both can live in harmony according to their respective rights. To destroy their crops or seize the property of the innocent farmer or herder is an act of criminality. The situation of the herder is becoming untenable. Their nomadic ways fall increasingly in conflict with the dictates of modern society. Farm productivity and incomes must be enhanced. Soil enrichment, better irrigation and water retention, as well as provision of better rural roads, equipment and access to modern machinery are required to lift them above bare subsistence. Both innocent and law-abiding farmer and herder need to be recompensed for the losses they have suffered. Both need further assistance to break the current cycle of violence and poverty. Senator Tinubu recommended that the federal government convene a meeting of state governors, senior security officials, herder and farmer representatives, along with traditional rulers and religious leaders, to map out working principles to resolve the crisis. It is crucial to help the herders transition to more sedentary but more profitable methods of cattle rearing in these areas. This will enable herders to better maintain and care for their livestock, thus enhancing their income. In Abuja, Elizabeth Omori, NTA News.
And Vice President Yemi Osinbajo has expressed confidence in the ability of Nigerians to surmount the challenges facing the nation. The Vice President, at an interdenominational Thanksgiving service to mark the first anniversary of Governor Hope Uzodimma's administration, urged leaders not to lose focus but to stay on track in providing good service to the people. Our State House correspondent Jide Onifade tells us more. As we have it. Now, the Akwa Ibom state government is advocating proper treatment of the petroleum industry bill backed with needed political will for the intent of the bill to be achieved when passed into law. Governor Udom Emmanuel stated this when members of the South Caucus of the House of Representatives visited him in Government House, Uyo. Charity James has details.
Industry bill for some time has received complaints by people, especially in the host community aspect of the bill. Members of the South Caucus of the House of Representatives, on the basis of this, has visited Akwa Ibom State to discuss on the bill, which is an executive bill. Leader of the delegation and member representing Ikorobasin Parenin and Isnobolo Federal Constituency, Francis Charles Uduyok, during a courtesy visit to Akwa Ibom State Governor, said they are in the state to deliberate on grey areas in the petroleum industry bill. He also stated that inputs are expected from relevant stakeholders.
As legislators, we do not know all. We believe that contribution and engagement will show more light what we want to do.
The state governor, represented by the deputy governor Moses Ekpo, described the bill as important. He opined that the necessary requirements should be accorded to ensure proper treatment to the bill.
The PIB is a vexed issue, and it is so gladdening that you are dealing with this matter with all the necessary requirement that you need.
The South-South Caucus of the House of Representatives has 55 members. In Uyo, Charity James, NTA News.
All right, let's get back now to Imo State, where Vice President Yemi Osinbajo has joined Governor Hope Uzodinma to mark his first year anniversary at an interdenominational Thanksgiving church service.
This is the Akanu Stadium in Owerri, the Imo State capital, where the Thanksgiving service is being held.
Almighty God, have mercy on us.
Vice President Yemi Osinbajo is here representing the president himself and leading a host of public officials, politicians, clerics, and dignitaries from across the country to join Governor Hope Uzodinma in honoring God at this Thanksgiving service.
The more Nigerian and Imo State can visibly look forward to greater justice, to greater unity, to greater progress.
Charging public office holders to be committed to the service of the people, the Vice President says life is a loan and public office is a loan of even shorter tenure. To honor God means to serve the people faithfully, Vice President Osinbajo says.
So I say to you, the people of Imo State and the great people of Nigeria, yes, we have work to do. Yes, we have much to repair, but we are undaunted. The problems that we see today are the stepping stones to our great future. We are, by the grace of God, mightier than our challenges.
To Governor Hope Uzodinma, the man the Vice President refers to as my brother, the journey over the last 1 year has been tasking, but giving hope to the people, says he is committed to his plan of rehabilitation, reconstruction, and recovery.
I'm glad to confirm to you that we have a total of 46 roads completed or under construction in this 1 year. I will take this opportunity to appeal to our people in the southeast. Grab the opportunity to be at the center of Nigerian politics. APC administration of President Muhammadu Buhari is so willing, is so liberal and forthcoming to support every part of Nigeria to make sure that Nigeria is civilly developed.
Youths are scared of coming forward. I urge them to understand that they cannot do it from afar. They need to be inside.
Then you listen to the voice of the youth. Now advising if youth do not come closer and be part of the building of the nation, then this may not be achieved. In Owerri, Chide Onifade, NTA News.
And the National Council of Traditional Rulers in Nigeria is seeking constitutional powers to enable it play active role in the administration of the country. Now, the council converged on the National Assembly to present a memo before the lawmakers. Dayo Ogunshola reports that His Royal Highness Apollo Chu was part of that delegation leading the campaign.
The traditional institution is an integral part of every community. It plays significant roles as custodians of culture, norms, and values, while it also supports government in maintaining peace and order. In view of the current challenges in the country, National Council of Traditional Rulers in Nigeria is asking for the reinstatement of its roles in the Constitution in the ongoing constitutional review. The Etsunupe His Royal Highness Yahya Abubakar, the coordinating chairman of the National Council of Traditional Rulers, led a delegation to the National Assembly.
Before the 1976 local government reforms, which stripped traditional rulers of their powers, There were never any recorded serious incidents of religion, ethnic, or land-related conflicts.
The Egbere Emere Okori and Onehe in chair the 10th is Royal Highness Apollos Cho, who is the Chairman, Interface Committee of the National Traditional Council to the National Assembly Committee on Amendment of the Constitution, joins other royal fathers to make their demands known.
We are here not because of our personal interest, we are here because of the national interest. And you people are being elected here to preside over the national interest. One thing I want you people to take home, you are distinguished members of the Senate, is that you know that after your retirement, you could become the next king of your community.
This nation cannot be complete without the traditional institution being recognized for the role that it has been playing for centuries now.
Leadership of the National Assembly give assurances of their commitment to ensure the mission is achieved.
This is an opportunity for our traditional institutions to ask for specific roles.
You have a role to play in securing our land. You have a role to play in keeping us united.
The royal fathers insist that if all demands contained in their memo are granted, challenges of the day will soon be addressed. In Abuja, Dayo Gunshola, NTA News.
And the whistleblowers policy in Nigeria's anti-corruption crusade has exposed the extent to which looting undermines governance and amplifies insecurity in the country. It is in this regard that financial experts are asking for effective monitoring and utilization of recovered looted funds. Ijoma Ugweke reports.
Remains a huge problem which has led to underreporting of revenues, conversion of funds for personal use, and fraudulent practices. The implementation of the whistleblowing policy and other strategies to recover looted funds meant for development of critical infrastructure has to a large extent exposed loopholes in the management of government funds.
Teachers are protesting non-payment of salaries and arrears for over 5 years. It's a function of endemic corruption. You look at everywhere, you see dilapidated school buildings, educational facilities, dilapidated. It's a function of financial corruption.
If money is recovered from loot and it's proven that the monies were looted, it's only fair again that such monies are used for the purposes for which they were intended in the first place.
This money that is being recovered, there should be evidence of it being utilized.
Respondents are of the view that despite efforts to close the leakages, looters have adopted traditional money-keeping strategies to keep looted funds in private accounts, resulting in total setbacks in governance and security. As effective monitoring is key to utilization of looted funds, it behoves on relevant authorities to step up their game in checking corrupt practices in the system for development to thrive in the country. In Port Harcourt, Ijomu Gweke, NTA News.
And in other stories, Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, Sadia Farouk, has flagged off the distribution of a special grant to 2,900 rural women in Benue State. Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Bashiru Nura Alkali, who represented the minister at the event, says the objective of the program is to encourage beneficiaries to attain sustainable livelihood. Blessing Omeche Ibute has the details.
In Benue State, 2,900 rural women were beneficiaries of the one-off grant of 20,000 naira, which is expected to increase access to financial capital. Jane Auna is one of the beneficiaries of the social investment program.
I want to go and use it. I want to go and buy this flour, so that I'll make buns and I'll buy minerals and sell with it.
Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, Bashir Nura Alkali, challenged beneficiaries to make good use of the opportunity to increase their income, enhance food security, and their living standard.
The grant is expected to increase income and productive access of target beneficiaries. Your Excellency, it is our hope that the beneficiaries of this program will make good use of the grants to generally contribute towards improving their living standard.
This is a wonderful initiative, and the women are very excited to participate in the program. So it is a very, very fruitful partnership.
The special grant for rural women, a social inclusion agenda of President Muhammadu Buhari's administration in Makurdi, Blessing Omeche Ibute, NTA News.
And a joint committee on the construction of 500 housing units for the victims of 2018 flood disaster in Imo State has assured the affected persons that the houses will soon be delivered. Now, the committee gave the assurance while inspecting the construction site in Abuja, Ogun State capital. Lekon Agbonde reports.
Assuring victims of 2018 flood disaster, which ravaged some houses, leaving many homeless and property destroyed, of government readiness to fulfill its promise. The team, led by Kayode Fagbemi, said respite will soon come the way of the affected individuals are solely set to deliver the project.
We're going to build befitting building for them, 2-bedroom approved by the federal government, where we will ensure that they can move. And so those houses that are blocking the floodplain will be removed, and so there won't be recurring a flood.
He commended the state government for donating the land, which is situated at Old Sokoto Road, Shoyoye, in Abeokuta. The team thereafter visited the secretary to the state government, Tokunbo Talabi, where both deliberated on the contribution expected from the state government to aid early completion of the housing project.
I have it on the authority of His Excellency that this process is not going to be delayed in any shape or form. And that is why we put in some interministerial approach to it.
The National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, while visiting the affected areas in 2018, had conveyed the approval by the federal government to build houses for the victims in a safe environment. In Abeokuta, Lekon Agbonde, NTA News.
And President Muhammadu Buhari warmly felicitates with Reverend Felix Omobode, former National President, Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria, on his 75th birthday. He joins the family and friends of the servant of God to celebrate his over 40 years in ministry, preaching and teaching the gospel, and congratulates him for his service to the country and humanity. President Buhari notes with satisfaction the investments of the visionary leader and his ministry in the educational sector, and praised the blessings of longer life, good health and strength for the General Superintendent of Gospel Light International Ministries. Now, good parenting and a peaceful home is the basis of raising godly children in the present world, was the thrust of sermons delivered by former NTA chaplain to commemorate Mothering Day at the Diocese of Abuja Anglican Communion, St. Andrew's Anglican Church, Durumi. Charles Alpha tells us more.
Mother's Day celebration at the Anglican Diocese St. Andrew's Church, Gishiri, took a special dimension with beautiful and colorfully dressed choirs from different denominations, giving the ultimate praise to God in celebration of womanhood. Being the Lois and Eunice of our time was the focus of the sermon delivered by the preacher Charity Obum Nadi, who emphasized that the upbringing of children depends solely on good parenting, use of positive words, and living lives worth emulation.
Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it.
To every woman under the sound of my voice, be the Lois of our time. Be the Eunice of our time, especially in a time like this.
I celebrate all mothers today, but we are charged to go back to the basic, go back to the home, build your family altars, support your husbands, help to build children who will make the society a better place.
Women should be patient and love their husband and make their home.
They have been advised to use the period of Lent to rejuvenate their stance with God. In Abuja, Charles Alpha, NTA News.
And sports update is next with Amansi Marcos.
FC Ifeanyi Uba is among the 3 club sides
forced to a scoreless draw at home in Week 15 of the Nigeria Professional Football League. In Makurdi, Lobby Stars beat Plateau United 3-2, while Enugu Rangers got all 3 points at home against Adamawa United. Warri Wolves lost away to Wiki Tourists in Bauchi by a lone goal, as Abia Warriors earned the biggest scoreline of 4-1 against Kano Pillars in Week 15 of the Nigeria Professional Football League. And still on football, Nigeria's Kelechi Iheanacho earned a hat-trick in Leicester's 5-0 defeat of Sheffield United in EPL on Sunday. Southampton lost 1-2 to Brighton. A Japanese government source says the country is considering limiting spectators to 50% of venue capacity for fear of COVID-19 during the Olympics. Japan is insisting on hosting the games, but without spectators from abroad during the July 23 to August 8 Olympics. But Masa Takaya, a spokesman for the Tokyo Olympics Organizing Committee, said a decision will be made in April. On a sad note, boxing stakeholders around the world have been paying tribute to the former undisputed middleweight world champion Marvelous Marvin Hagler, who died Saturday at 66 at his home in New Hampshire, USA, according to his wife, Kay Hagler. Oscar de la Hoya, the boxing great, said Hagler was one of the greatest to ever step in the ring, while former world heavyweight champion Lennox Lewis said the world is one great man less today. Boxing promoters Bob Arum and Frank Warren equally paid tribute. The American was knocked down just once in his 67 professional bouts, while 52 of his wins were knockouts, but lost in a controversial decision to Sugar Ray Leonard in 1987. Hagler's 14-year career is best remembered for the first round of his 1985 battle with Thomas the Hitman Hens that became known as the War. With Sports Update, Amanzi Marcus, NTA News.
President Muhammadu Buhari extends heartfelt condolences to the Nwodo family of Ukehe on the passing of their patriarch, Dr. Joe Nwodo. The president joins the government and people of Enugu State in mourning the loss of a truly remarkable Nigerian and one of the strongest voices on unity in diversity, acknowledging Dr. Nwodo's crucial role in shaping the political landscape of the country in the 90s with a clear understanding of what it means to bring people together and inspire them to give their best. President Buhari prays for the repose of the soul of the deceased and comfort for family members, including former Governor Okwesilieze Nwodo of Enugu State and immediate past President of Ahaneze Ndibo, Chief John Nea Nwodo, and all who admired his disposition to cooperation, reconciliation, and justice. Meanwhile, the exemplary leadership displayed by former civilian Governor of Lagos State, late Lateef Jakonde, which translated to human and infrastructural development, should be emulated by all public office holders. Chairman, National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, Brigadier General Buba Marwa, while on a condolence visit to the residence of the late humanist, prayed for the repose of his soul, and Abolade Salami was there.
To receive the chairman and his team were the members of the immediate family of the deceased. Brigadier General Buba Marwa described late Jakonde as a detribalized Nigerian who lived and worked for a unified country through his deeds and legacies.
The greatest things for us to learn from him first are his fearlessness in speaking the truth, his honesty, his exemplary life that he led, and also when given responsibility, like when he was governor, he did to the best of his ability.
Brigadier General Buba Marwa used the opportunity to call on Nigerians to, as a matter of urgency, prioritize the development and upliftment of the nation to quell the myriad of security challenges bedeviling the country. In Lagos, Abolade Salami, NTA News.
And the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Ibrahim Tanko Mohammed, and 18 justices of the Supreme Court paid a condolence visit to the family of the late Justice Sylvester Nwale Muta, who died on the 7th of March 2021. They were received by Justice Muta's cousin, Chief Nwale, his brother Stephen, and his daughter Chidera Muta. In a statement by his senior special assistant, Yusuf Issa, the CJN described the late jurist as highly dedicated to duty. The late jurist's cousin who received them thanked the Supreme Court for their support, noting that they had been taking care of the deceased from the day he fell ill until his demise. And that ends the news from our Abuja studio. Don't forget, Becky will be back in a short while, but after this commercial break.
Let's go, guys.
Babe.
Yeah?
Would you please turn on your hotspot?
Okay, there you go. My lady, play this ball. Hey, hold this guy down.
Password, please.
0808.
Babe.
Yeah.
You have a message.
From who? Maybe. Read it out now. Read it out to my ears.
Free your mind with Airtel Smart Talk and enjoy calls to all networks at a flat rate of 11 kobo per second. Dial *315# to join.
Fine girl. Can I have your phone, man?
Airtel, the smartphone network. When times are tough, we know that as a mother, one thing you should never compromise on is your family's oral health, because they deserve the best. Oral-B, all-round protection. Its great value, it protects your mouth from harmful bacteria and also protects you against tooth holes and gum problems which can lead to tooth loss. It strengthens your family's teeth and gives them all-round protection. So remember, protect their future. Oral-B for healthier, stronger teeth in just 1 week.
Hey guys, making music for you is so easy for me to do. But you know what else is super easy to do? Linking your NIN to your Glow line by dialing *109*NIN#. Or I can call 109 from my Glow line and follow the instructions. And if I don't want to call, I can text my NIN to 109. I can even visit glowworld.com/NIN. And what if you've forgotten your NIN? All you have to do is dial *346# and Glow will help you remember it. Someone may ask, what if I haven't registered? All you have to do is go into the nearest Glow World and we'll help you register. It's that easy. So don't get disconnected from all of the amazing voice and data offers from Glow. Linking your NIN to your Glow lines is simple, safe, and 100% free with zero hassles.
The Honorable Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, Alhaji Mohammed Sabu Nanono, invites relevant MDAs, stakeholders, and development partners to a workshop on National Soil Survey and Soil Fertility Mapping with the theme Enhancing Food Security in Nigeria through the production of detailed soil survey and soil fertility maps. The focus of the workshop will be on bridging the gaps in soil information in Nigeria, modern techniques in the management and characterization of soil nutrients. Date Monday 15th to Friday 19th March 2021. Venue NAF Conference Center, Kado, Abuja. Time 9 a.m. daily. Zoom meeting link. ID will be provided in due time. Please note that virtual and physical participation will be by invitation, as COVID-19 protocols will be strictly observed. Dr. Ernest A. Umahihe, Permanent Secretary, Announcer.
Confidence is important in life's little moments. Strong teeth can help, even if they get her into trouble sometimes. A great smile is useful to break the ice, and making friends is easier when you know you have fresh breath. I give my family confidence with Pepsodent Triple Protection 123. Its antibacterial action formula gives them cavity protection, white teeth, and fresh breath. The confidence of 3 toothpaste in 1. Pepsodent Triple Protection 123.
It's an action-filled life we live. From the moment we hit the streets, the mission starts. No be by who first starts the waka, but now which person finish am.
No go dead on yourself.
So, no matter what it takes to finish the mission, fire on.
Super commando. Oh yeah, get
because you are the hero you have been waiting for.
fire on with Super Commando Energy Drink.
Energy to fire on. Super Commando Energy Drink.
Thanks for staying with us. The new Director General of the World Trade Organization, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, has been in the news for breaking the glass ceiling as the first female and African to attain that position. This accomplishment has put her in the limelight and sparked off a huge global interest in not just her formidable accomplishments, but her unique fashion style, which has led to the hashtag Be Like Ngozi on social media. Ekemini Williams tells us more.
This picture went up in Times Square in New York to celebrate Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala as the first African and female Director General of the World Trade Organization. It is a picture that captures the Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala persona, her professionalism, and her signature dress style, topped off by an iconic head tie that celebrates her Nigerian heritage.
She motivates me personally, and I want to thank God for her. And I want to say, congratulations, Mama, on this your new appointment. I know you're going to make us proud.
If you Google her here, will got you. What did Google tell you about that woman? So thank you, Mama, and God bless you. This is how you enter, so you will not fail.
The world was celebrating the significance of her appointment and the content of her personality. It was a pivotal moment that inspired what became known as the Be Like Ngozi Challenge.
Take a cheap pillow. This my baby, not the real deal. No be the one where you feel steal.
It was started off by a Twitter user known as Temi Giwa Tuboson, who offered 100,000 naira cash prize for the best replication of the signature Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala dress style. It caught on and soon became the rave on the social media. There were over 35,000 tweets and impressions of the Be Like Ngozi challenge. One of the posts that attracted many eyeballs was that of the British High Commissioner to Nigeria, Catriona Liang.
Hey, my sister Ngozi, we are so proud of you, the new Director General of the World Trade Organization. Congratulations.
Who not only dressed like the new WTO boss, but even went ahead to attempt her dance style. A Twitter user known as Jimmy Viv, who dressed her toddler in cute Ankara gear, won the hashtag Be Like Ngozi challenge. The World Trade Organization Director General, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, got to meet her and was quite... The challenge may be over, but the Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala signature dress style continues to remain iconic for projecting the uniqueness and beauty of some of what Nigeria has on offer.
I must say thanks to Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala for making us really proud. Now, sometime last year, we brought you the story of a 15-year-old girl who was allegedly gang raped and impregnated by two blind persons in Minna, the Niger State capital. We did promise an update, and here it is. Mukhtar Abubakar, who's been tracking this case, among others, reports that the victim recently gave birth to a baby boy and had a chance to narrate the nightmarish ordeal before a senior magistrate court sitting in Tunga.
A 15-year-old victim delivered a baby boy at the Minna General Hospital without any complications. When the news broke out, various groups, including women and faith-based organizations, continued to sympathize with the underage mother through words of advice and both cash and material donations.
FIDA is following up the case and will ensure justice. You should continue with the pursuit of education. Consider what happened, destiny. Be focused towards a brighter future in order to assist women with similar challenges in the society.
On the part of the agency, she has been offered a free full scholarship as well as free counseling This is to enable her integrate back into society.
Few weeks after, the victim appeared in court with the newborn to testify before the Senior Magistrate Paul Aliyu Adama of the Senior Magistrate Court 5 Tunga Mina, where she narrated her ordeal in the hands of her rapists. The 15-year-old victim submitted that her friend, who is still at large, lured her into the blind person's room while she was hawking pap. Although the victim exonerated the second accused person, Ozeru Ibrahim, she, however, maintained that the first accused person, Saliu Aliyu, used her hijab to tie both her face and mouth and then committed the heinous crime. Also, told the court that she was able to identify the first accused person by his voice. Senior Magistrate Paul Aliyu Adama thereafter granted bail to the second accused blind person, having been exonerated by the victim, and fixed the 19th of this month for the continuation of hearing. The two accused blind persons are standing trial on a 3-count charge of criminal conspiracy, unlawful sexual intercourse with a child, and withdrawal of a student from school. The offences, according to the prosecution, contradict Section 97(18) subsection 2 and 25 subsection 3 of the Penal Code Law and Child Right Law of Niger State.
A curious case, and you can trust that Mukhtaru will keep us posted on that one. When a child goes missing, one can only imagine the devastation in the family. So it's ironic that the children who were rescued in a terrible state from a supposed prayer house in Onitsha, Anambra State, are yet to reunite with their parents or relatives. Up until this moment, no one has come to claim them, in spite of the massive media exposure. Udo Koronko has the update.
The feelings of a child is that of being loved, wanted and protected. But for the rescued children, their childhood is shrouded in secrecy, pain and fear.
On the 19th of February this year, the news of a prayer house at 33 area of Onitsha, Anambra State, where underage children with various degrees of injury were discovered, broke out.
Who did this to you?
This woman.
Who?
Pastor.
Pastor who?
Chimeleze.
Can you point her? Go and point her. Go and point her.
No, beat me.
What happened to you?
A pastor beat me.
Who?
Pastor Chimeleze.
What did she do to you?
You came home, knife beat me.
What did you do to her?
I don't do anything.
The prayer house is run by two women, a mother and daughter, Mrs. Felicia Nwafo and Rejoice Raymond. They are said to have been in the act for years now. Many residents of the area are not aware of this, including immediate neighbors of these women.
Look at the inscription on this wall building. They say this woman is a pastor. The inscription there says, who can battle with the Lord, with the inscription of Jesus Christ. So I don't know the kind of God she is worshipping.
When we religious bodies begin to properly sanction such acts,
anything you do against those children is an act you do against the Lord. So we encourage everybody to be mindful of these children. Child trafficking, zero tolerance.
The role of the church is just to take proper care of the children and train them up in the way of the Lord. As a matter of fact, the Bible said they are arrows in the hand of the mighty man.
Anambra State government, through the Ministry of Human Affairs and Social Development, has risen up to this. The children are now in government facility undergoing medical treatment and welfare.
The Ministry of Women and Children Affairs Anambra State will not relent in taking care of these lovely children.
The suspects seem not remorseful.
Adopted them through social welfare.
Social welfare where?
At Oka.
Oka. Where in Oka precisely?
Sabine Zora adopted them from his hand, from her hand. He's a head of social welfare.
Okay. How much did you pay?
I paid him even 3,050,000 with certificate on your.
For how many children?
For 3 children.
For 3 children.
He gave me a certificate bearing the Magistrate Court of Oka.
Okay, when was that? When was that?
2020 of March.
2020.
I hold the certificate bearing the Magistrate Court of Oka.
Okay, why are you maltreating the children?
They are fornicating too much.
Are you a pastor?
Everybody can be pastor.
What next is for the police on this?
These children were allegedly stolen from Niger State in 2018. And they were about to be taken out of this country. And the same Sabina was involved in trafficking these children. We are urging the members of the public to come forward and identify these children.
NTA News will surely bring you the news of when these children will be reunited with their biological parents if they eventually show up.
To see the kids looking robust, and when the families show up, we'll let you know. Justice has remained elusive 3 years after Helen, a young mother, was murdered in cold blood. More worrisome is the fact that while the body is still at the morgue, the alleged perpetrators of the crime are walking free. And this is heartbreaking for the victim's father, Augustine Eyanu Ebom, from Ekwoma, Ikan Northeast local government area of Delta State. Rosemary Omani, who had a talk with him, reports.
The unresolved murder of Helen still remains a burden to the family as they show their displeasure over the incident. While the family still awaits justice, they reject the ground that the case was charged to court by the police. According to them, there is a twist in the matter as the culprits were only charged for child stealing rather than murder and child stealing. They further alleged that their daughter did not only get her then 6-month-old baby stolen from her and sold, she was allegedly murdered and dumped in a pit, though the baby was later recovered by the police. They now plead for the corpse to be released for burial.
Push the corpse into sockaway pit and cover it with the slab. And remove the baby of 6 months and sold the baby for 400,000 naira. Why my daughter is sent the mortuary today? We don't know what we are going to do again. We say we should report this matter to NTA as over here. That is what I want to tell the world. Let them see what is happening. The people who kill and volunteer, they say that they killed him, her. I cried. Only God can help me.
Now she said on me. So they pay me well. All the effort we put to know Ave, we report to State CID. They arrested the people who kill them. Still, they release them. They tell the Delta State government, make them help us for this matter.
State Commissioner of Police, Ari Mohammed Ali, has this to say.
We have finished our own. We have arrested the suspect, investigated him, and forwarded the case to DPP, and DPP advised that the man has a case to answer. We charge him to court. Whatever happens then is for court to explain, not for my command again.
The commissioner has, however, scheduled a meeting with the complainants who claimed that the police did not properly charge the matter to court in 2018.
Justice for Helen is the point of that report. That family needs closure. Now, a retired school teacher, Chief Austin Marlus, acknowledged as a man of peace by his people, on Thursday, March 11, left home to inspect his building project and never returned. Now, members of the community can't come to terms with the death of this respectable man. Aya Praise takes it from here.
It is the dream of virtually every worker to retire successfully and enjoy a peaceful and safe private life to full old age. Late Chief Austin Marlus, a native of Azikurutan, Yenagoa, who had led a quiet life after retirement as a school teacher, couldn't have dreamt anything contrary to that. However, life in its usual unpredictable manner sometimes offers people what they never bargained for. That was the fate of the late Chief Austin Marlus, who had gone to see his new residential building within the close of his mini estate along NDDC Road, Azikurutan, Yenagoa, about 9 p.m. on Thursday, 11th March 2021. Obviously, if he had any premonition of what looked ahead, maybe he wouldn't have ventured out at that time of the evening to the new building which he was yet to move in. Sources say it was right there in front of his new house the messengers of death met and shot him. After shooting the deceased, the unknown gunmen reportedly dragged him into a waiting tricycle and then drove away. Youths of the area reportedly mobilized and went after them, but to no avail.
I see keke, new keke, drive to this side. I don't know actually who is the person that they shot or shoot on the air, but I thought that maybe it's one of these these bad boys or whatever. The woman selling there saying that, hey, it's my landlord, it's my landlord. I said, your landlord? When I rush and come to this place, we see blood here. But from there, we now start a trace towards it. But they drive to that side, to best man's side.
I've taken him to the bush. So we have to mobilize some boys immediately. So after the long finding throughout the night, I was just inside there relaxing. Me hoping on my own, hoping that they are kidnappers. So we are waiting for them to call for a ransom or maybe any negotiation. But unfortunately to me, when they called me after 5 minutes time, they said someone who is going to farm saw him and he's already dead.
Later now, it was not quite like they said that they have captured the people who kidnapped the man. Yes, that was another kind to 12 in the midnight. So I was thinking that maybe now, as they say they have captured the people now, they will bring everybody at that night. But later, when I came back this morning now, I heard that the man is dead.
Well, we have commenced investigation, and from our findings, we likely suspected that those unknown gunmen came to kidnap him. And we don't know what ensued that led to him being shot. They took him out of that location, and unfortunately this morning we discover his lifeless body somewhere along Otokoti Road. We have commenced investigation, and we have a suspect in custody. The tricycle used in the operation has been recovered. So we are making headways in our investigation.
Meanwhile, family members and sympathizers were in shock and a sad mood at the compound of the deceased when NTA News crew visited.
Quite sad. We're watching that case, and may his soul rest in peace. You're watching Newsline on NTA. More stories after the break. Stay with us.
Let's blow some minds. Now, as you can all see, these cards have different numbers written on them. Can you all see? Yeah. You, sir, please. I want to pick any card. Oh my goodness. You, my princess, you have my heart already. Just pick any card. Now, I want to show cards to the audience, and don't let me see them. So I want to place the card in your pocket. So what if I told you all these cards are the same? Okay, sir, I want to show us your card. Just wait a second. I want to check into your beautiful shoe. As you can all see, all the numbers are 777. 777 is the magic number.
The whole sensational world of Glow, now accessible through one code, *777#. Magic lives here.
When times are tough, we know that as a mother, one thing you should never compromise on is your family's oral health, because they deserve the best. Oral-B, all-round protection. Its great value, it protects your mouth from harmful bacteria and also protects you against tooth holes and gum problems which can lead to tooth loss. It strengthens your family's teeth and gives them all-round protection. So remember, protect their future. Oral-B for healthier, stronger teeth in just 1 week.
In my house, we may look alike, but we are very different individuals. Everybody believes their way is best. That's why Golden Penny Pasta is our favorite meal.
Golden Penny Pasta, made with durum wheat, is tasty, nutritious, a source of protein and fiber, and non-sticky. So you can
cook, serve, and eat your pasta just the way you like it. With Golden Penny Pasta, your way is best.
Not all washing powders are the same. Sunlight adds bursts of freshness to cleaning power to give you Sunlight 2-in-1 for sensational cleaning and freshness that lasts. Sunlight 2-in-1 sensational cleaning with burst after burst of freshness. Introducing Sunlight with luxurious oud fragrance.
What's inside this beautiful house? Inside, there is a very beautiful family, and in this family, there is a lot of love. And inside this love, there's Alpenliebe. And in the center of Alpenliebe, there is a feeling made with rich milk and creamy caramel. Alpenliebe, the milk-filled candy that warms your heart with love. Alpenliebe, bring hearts closer.
Thank you for being there. I hope you appreciate history because we are bringing to you the life story of the legendary Katagwan from Duse community of Kagoro in southern Kaduna State. The giant warrior and civil rights offender lived more than 300 years ago, yet the historical site has an amazing connection with the present. Hamza Musa Merkafi reports.
For a perfect experience of my visit, and as tradition demands, is to pay homage on the chief of Kagoro, Ufai Bonnet, for royal blessings. Here lies the grave, 30 meters in length, of the colossus whose height and might are legendary. His epitaph reads, Katagwan lived more than 300 years ago. To the people of Kagoro and beyond, the superhuman was feared as much as he was loved for his exploits, generosity, and protecting the land.
The history will have it that the people of Kagoro came here in the 16th century.
Jonathan Indap and Gabriel Yanet tell the myth behind Katagwan personality.
He could stretch his arm as far as Zonkwa or Kafanchan to take something.
He was equally helping other communities who were desperately in hunger. He could pick from where there is surplus and then assist those who were almost dying of hunger.
There are more historical evidences at different locations affirming the life and times of Katagwan. After many centuries, the gene has not been lost, and behold a connection between the past and present. 27-year-old Ezra Swanton is direct descendant of legendary Katagwan. I stand before him like a dwarf.
My brothers then tall, I'm about to nourish me, some short, some tall, I'm about to nourish me.
Okay. He is the tallest man at 7 feet in southern Kaduna and unofficially in Kaduna State. Findings show the tallest man in Nigeria is 7 feet 3 inches. On a day's trip, it may be difficult to see everything about Kagoro Hills, and as you round up, visiting the fridge, characteristically coined to underscore the cold weather condition surrounding the area, cannot be missed. Behold, after more than 30 minutes of search, thirst-quenching water to drink from the cave.
Interesting adventure. Thank you, Hamza. Oteokbu is an agrarian community in Ika Northeast local government area of Delta State. It prides itself as one of the food baskets of the South region. The natives, whose mainstay is farming, can also boast of young entrepreneurs thanks to Oasis Hope Initiative, which has continued to bridge the poverty gap with empowerment of youth free of charge. The success story, therefore, is a graduation of 69 students in skill acquisition training. Ifoma Okafo tells us more about the exemplary gesture by the proprietor of this school of entrepreneurs.
Chinenye Obisim, a native of Utokbu completed her secondary education in 2013. For 6 years, she stayed at home as her parents could not afford to assist her to further her education. Hope came alive from Oasis of Hope initiative. After 2 years of skills acquisition in fashion and designing in the school, Chinenye now has a new vocation.
When I go there, they can teach us how they match machine, how to put ruler and needle, everything. We can learn small.
Project Hope initiative offers 2 years free training in fashion and designing, shoe and bag making and catering, and has graduated 69 students.
I started very small, just with that one sewing machine. But by the grace of God today, I have my own place, not just a tailor shop, a big fashion house with about 15 students learning from me and 3 workers. Being here has made my life what it is today.
On display were the materials produced by the students.
The shirt, I made it. When I came here, I cannot handle a needle. I don't even know how to fit a thread in a machine. But with a gradual process and with determination, God really helped me.
The graduating students were presented with certificates and sewing machines as starter packs.
I never thought I could make it to this day. So I'm proud to be a fashion designer.
See that if you have a skill acquisition, with that you have a basic foundation of life, and the money will keep coming.
Chairman of OSC's Hope Initiative, Reverend Thomas Ukute, said that giving the youth a sense of direction is a hobby.
We want to raise people who can create jobs. I've trained about 600. Between 4 of my students, they are training 33. They would have been unemployed. Now, those 33 people will learn and go and train others. I have 19 different workshops for people to learn for free.
We also do personal counseling to be able to build up their moral lives.
Established in 2005, Project Hope Initiative has changed the narrative of youth in Utokbu and neighboring communities as it keeps discovering the potentials of youths.
Project Hope, giving life for meaning, building broken lives with God's love. I thank Project Hope for changing my life.
Thanks to Project Hope for coming through for young Nigerians. Moving on, when a revered monarch in Yoruba land takes out time to celebrate his counterpart for attaining a milestone on the throne, the uniqueness of such gesture underscores the significance of that event in the cultural chronicles of royalty. So it was when the Ooni of Ife, Oba Adeyeye Enitan Ogunwusi Ojaja III, in conjunction with sons and daughters of Ibadan land, celebrated the 5th anniversary of Olubadan of Ibadan land, Oba Saliu Akomu Adetunji. Larry Gbeleye captured some of the sights and sounds for your pleasure.
When royals gather in this part of the world, it is often with colorful entourage displaying various unique cultural heritage. These royals were together in a fete to celebrate the 41st Olubadan of Ibadan land, 5th year on the throne.
Possibly the first Ooni of Ife to celebrate Olubadan, and I think the first monarch to celebrate another monarch in my lifetime. So it is very, very significant. We are talking about brotherhood, we are talking about unity among the Council of Monarchs, not only in Yoruba land, but in Nigeria.
The Olubadan, this man there now, we are very proud of him. He's a detribalized Nigerian. He loves everybody.
Criticize anybody, and we don't need to criticize in ethnic or tribe. We need to love each other. When we love each other, then everything will be going on as it's supposed.
In terms of different ethnic groups, Baba knows how to put them together. Baba have mentored a lot of people, and he have made a lot of people to be somebody to reckon with.
We need to unify, and from what is happening now, X-Men, COVID, we need to unify, and unification comes from the traditionalists.
The celebration, which bears in mind the current realities of COVID-19, showcases our rare development. And Oba not only toasted his fellow monarch, but prayed. 93-year-old Ibadan Monarch, a one-time music record business mogul in the 60s of a quiet name, became the Olubado of Ibadan through the unique rotational system of Ibadan aristocracy on the 4th of March 2016.
Congrats to the Monarch on the anniversary. It was a memorable weekend in Kaduna when media practitioners and scores of well-wishers thronged the wedding of Abdul Koyom, son of former Executive Secretary, Nigerian Press Council, Bayo Atoyebi, to Sekinat Bello. Let's join Suleiman Abdullahi Rigachikun for details of the awesome ceremony.
As tradition demands, the groom and bride were ushered to the wedding dais. Having acknowledged marital rights and responsibilities, Abdul Qayyum Babatunde Atoyebi and Sekinat Bello consented to live together as husband and wife.
May God guide us through because like the Malam said, it will require lots of patience.
I pray Almighty Allah will guide our way. He's going to help us. He's going to give us the patience and endurance to go through all the odds.
Imam Hussein Makunjola announced the marriage in accordance with Islamic injunction, following payment of 20,000 naira dowry, praying to God to grant the couple a joyous matrimony. Father of the groom, former Executive Secretary, Nigerian Press Council, and reviewer of national dailies on NTA's flagship program, Good Morning Nigeria, Bayo Atoyebi, expressed gratitude to God for son's wedding.
Today he's graduating to be an independent man. And I'm also doubly happy because I'm inheriting a daughter to be part of my family. The best solution to marriage is patience.
They should read each other like a book. They should be able to know their do's and don'ts.
I like that all the children are going to provide also. They be a good success in life.
Director General of the NTA, Yakubu Ibn Muhammad, was represented by Zonal Director, NTA Kaduna Network Center, Hamza Musa Makarpi.
They are into marriage, they are into serious affair now, and we expect to see progress in this journey.
They must have that patience. They must tolerate each other.
Now they should have to face reality. They should judge from the lessons they have acquired from us.
Pre-married life to the couple. Let's go on a quick break. See you in a bit.
It is time for celebration. 30 years bustling with goodness. No challenge can ever stop us. You can't underrate us. You can't underrate. Bustling with so much greatness. Enjoy your world of good. Moments can be ordinary. It's what we make of them that really matter. Make the best of every moment, every day, like super moms do with Indomie. Moments to laugh with Indomie. Moments to learn with Indomie. Moments to care with Indomie. Moments to share with Indomie. Moments like no other.
Mom's love makes all moments beautiful. We celebrate the selfless love served over the years by our amazing moms. Happy Mother's Day from Indomie.
Indomie noodles, tasty nutrition, good for you.
The Nivea Dry Impact and Dry Comfort Deodorants. with quick dry effect and longer lasting fragrance. Guaranteed to keep you feeling dry and fresh all day. Proven 48-hour protection and longer lasting fragrance from Nivea. Never get caught unfresh with the Nivea Dry Fresh deodorants.
Confidence is important in life's little moments. Strong teeth can help, even if they get her into trouble sometimes. A great smile is useful to break the ice, and making friends is easier when you know you have fresh breath. I give my family confidence with Pepsodent Triple Protection 123. Its antibacterial action formula gives them cavity protection, white teeth, and fresh breath. The confidence of 3 toothpaste in 1. Pepsodent Triple Protection 123.
How did I get here? It all started shortly after I graduated from MSTC, the Model Skills Training Center, with a certificate in ICT. I successfully developed a data management program that has been called the software of the future. Thanks to its success, everyone wants it, and as you can see, now everyone wants me. But I'm not alone. The skills training programs at MSTC are equipping young Nigerians to become the next big success story. Whether it's ICT, mechatronics, facility technology, electronics and computer networking, or culinary studies, a certificate at MSTC is the way of the future. And just like me, there he is. Everyone will want you to.
ITF, developing the nation's human resource.
It is time for celebration. 30 years bustling with goodness. No challenge can ever stop us. You can't underrate us. You can't underrate. Water Guinness, bustling with so much greatness. Water Guinness, enjoy a world of good. 30 years of nourishing goodness.
Hey, Go TV don't do am again, no. Then stand by your side, gidigba. Enjoy 32% discount on top Go TV Max. Yes, so if you pay Go TV Jolly for only 2,460 naira, now so Go TV go upgrade you sharply to max levels with 75 plus channels. Abracadabra. I go talk am again. When you reconnect on top Jolly subscription for 2,460 naira, then go summer you with Oga of Entertainment. Go TV Max. Make you enjoy Indian series for Star Life, La Liga, Premier League football, Big Brother Naija highlights on Africa Magic, Nigerian Idol, BET, Cartoon Network, and etc. Better discount, better savings. Go TV truly there your side, oh. Existing Max customers as at first March, no follow for this offer, oh. Terms and conditions dey. Go TV, love it.
Our next report is about triumph over injustice, a story of hope in the face of despair. It's a tale of a young police constable who lost his job with the Nigerian police 25 years ago. How, why, and what happened thereafter? The answers will be provided by Francis Fom.
This was a day that Celestine Williams never thought it will come, when he will be decorated with the rank of ASP, not because he was not qualified or competent, but because of the rough road he has come on his journey in the Nigeria Police Force. He joined the Nigeria Police in 1993 as a constable, serving in Lagos State Command, having secured admission to study geography and planning at the University of Calabar. He was redeployed to Cross River State Command. In the course of his duty, Celestine and a team of state CIDs were detailed to carry out an investigation into the death of a commissioner in Cross River State, an assignment that the team successfully carried out, recovering arms and arresting suspects. One of the suspects, who was highly placed, was said to have used his connections to deal with them. And so, Celestine and his team members were thereafter detained for 11 months without trial and later dismissed. Celestine's situation became pathetic as wife and relations abandoned him. In 2016, Celestine approached Senator Basse Albert with a petition requesting intervention of the Senate.
I think a time has come, Mr. President, my distinguished colleagues, that we must begin to take pain in ourselves to make sure that we do certain things right.
After due investigation by the Senate, recommendation for the reinstatement of Celestine, who was dismissed for an undisclosed offense without trial, was passed, and that he should be promoted to the rank at par with his mates. This, the Police Service Commission, after another investigation, approved the reinstatement of Celestine Williams in May 2017, but not without his due rank. Again, luck smiled on Celestine as he was promoted to the rank he is due as recommended by the Senate, and Senator Albert, who presented his petition and followed to logical conclusion, was on hand at the most important day in Celestine's life.
Yes. So salute.
At this moment, the joy I have has removed every form of bitterness. And I believe God must have touched the hearts of everybody that has been involved in this.
And I know him as a very bright officer who is very passionate about serving this country. And I also understand and underscore his patriotism. And he never lost hope. At that time, he did nothing wrong. So he had actually trusted in God. He lost everything. Lost his wife, lost his family. And everybody abandoned him. But today, that is a support Celestine, and I'm very confident that in the next 6 months, he will be wearing his 2 stars.
Friends and neighbors of ASP Williams in Paduma village joined to celebrate with him as the news went round the community.
For the Police Service Commission to deem it fit to have accorded him this, that means Nigeria is working.
I believe it deserves more than this, but with that still, we thank God.
In fact, I've been hearing and I've not seen, but now I have known that yes, God is really in action.
ASP Williams' case again demonstrates the triumph of justice over injustice and the benefits of democracy as the people's representatives in the National Assembly play significant roles on behalf of the electorate.
Everyone is happy for Celestine, and so are we. Next up, he paraded himself as a military personnel and even wore a uniform to prove it. For 4 years, many accorded the 28-year-old man the regard suited for a soldier who puts God and country first. It was, however, upsetting to discover that he was an imposter, a regular civilian living what Nigerians call fake life. Achibong Basse explains why he lived a lie and what the law has in store for him.
His name is Ogbonnaya Paul Chukwudi, a 28-year-old from Afikpo local government area of Ebonyi State. Ogbonnaya claims to have been raised in the barracks, and so his passion for the military was nurtured from there, even when his efforts to join the force failed. But would his love for the military drive him into acquiring some military items, such as camouflage t-shirt, military ID card, pre-screening certificates of the Nigerian Army, among others, which were recovered during a search at his residence at number 7 Stadium Road, Igoli, Ogoja.
You pass out?
I no pass out.
Then you say you pass out?
I say then I'm from depot. Now we come to depot, they call another different line.
And the nonsense you do
there, that's the fine, Oga. I feel that because of this.
Ogbonnaya's 4 years career as a military officer met its Waterloo when he was arrested by men of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps at 90 Degrees Hotel behind Abuja Local Government Secretariat for alleged impersonation.
This picture I already snapped it. Then my dad was not late. That it was his uniform that I used and snapped this thing.
But is it good for you to use their father's uniform to snap?
That is the highest mistake I just did in my life. I know that I'm regretting now like this. Oh God.
Okay, is it possible that you have worn this uniform to commit crime?
I've never in my entire life.
He was subsequently handed over to 130 Battalion, who, after preliminary investigations, handed him to the Nigerian Army 13 Brigade. The commander, Operation Akpako, Major Stanley Pembe, handed over the suspect to the State Police Command on behalf of the Commander 13 Brigade, Brigadier General Mohammed Abdullahi, for further investigation and prosecution.
Away from crime, Benin City is widely referred to as the cradle of black civilization because of its vast cultural heritage. There are also major landmarks that make the ancient city stand out. Among them is the Oba Ovorame Square in the heart of the city, known as Ring Road. Agatha Egware Ojo reports on the economic viability of this spot while giving us an exciting tour.
When you see this picture, what readily comes to mind is Benin City. This is the popular King's Square, now Oba Ovorame Square, popularly known as Ring Road. In the middle of this square stands the National Museum, built in 1973, with colonial structures still visible. Also, several gardens and parks are around the square, with commercial, public and private buildings, including the Chief Anthony Enahoro complex that houses the State House of Assembly.
When the white man came, he converted it into a fort and administered Benin from there. Over the last maybe 50 years or so, it has served in several capacities.
Perhaps one major feature of this square is that it leads to major roads in the city in a spoke-like fashion. They are Airport, Saple, Sopomba, Akpakpava, Forestry, Mission, Oba Market, Abehe, and Adesogbe roads, which has the Palace of the Oba. Numerous sculptural works at different intersections bear a significant reminder of the rich history of the land and her people.
What we thought was that it would be proper if we bring in statues of past Obas that meant their impact. The one at Saple Road Junction, it's Oba Ozolwa. He was a warrior king. So the one at the Central Bank area, that is Oba Ewai. Then the one at Forestry Junction, that one is Oba Esige. You know, Oba Esige, it was during his time that the white men really came. Then the one at the Oba Market, as is there, that one is Oba Ovorare.
All activities, cultural, religious, if you really want the people to feel the impact of it, is held there. But above everything, that is the heart of Benin City. Every road emanates from that ring. That was where Oba surrendered to the British. That is where the Palava Hall was. The hall where he was tried in 1897, September 1897. It was there he was deposed. It was there he was banished. So everything there is a reminder of our long history.
The city center is more like a gateway to most residents.
It requires flyover at this junction because as the citizens are crossing the road with speed, it's very dangerous.
Jams are usually experienced here at peak hours, while government officials are always stationed to clear the square of street trading to maintain the aesthetics of the center, the pride and one of the major landmarks of Edo.
Yes, indeed, the Oba Ovorame Square is a pride. It was a carnival of some sorts when the remains of Inikerori, the fifth of Kalabari Kingdom, High Chief Olu Benson Lulu Briggs, were laid to rest. The week-long event, which began with a service of songs, night of tributes, and a boat regatta, culminated in a funeral at his hometown, Abonema, in Akuku Toru, local government area of River State. Jenny Bassett reports that the creme de la creme of society paid their last respects to the man they described as the last Don.
It is the last leg of an elder statesman's journey to his final resting place. The casket bearing the body of late Obi Lulu Briggs arrived at Bonima Waterside, venue of the funeral. In his homily, Pastor Belemina Wong of Redeemed Christian Church of God admonished believers to live purposeful and positive legacies while on earth.
Our purpose in life is to inspire others positively.
Eulogies poured in from political chieftain, captain of industries, former president of Nigeria Goodluck Jonathan, and wife of the president Aisha Buhari, who was represented.
So we started from a very humble beginning, but it became quite successful. And that is key in life. Not how you start life, but how you end life.
It's well known to Nigerians for his proficiency in the oil and gas sector of our economy.
Family members, led by one of his sons, Dumo Lulu Briggs, shared the fondest memories of his father.
We would always say that love is not an exchange, so you don't love and expect to be loved in return. But love is an article of faith.
As part of activities that led to the funeral, friends and associates organized a service of songs, nights of tribute, dance and drama in recognition of the outstanding contributions of the icon.
I have severally described him as a pillar of this community.
It wasn't only philanthropy, he was a man who gave to young ones.
The Inikurari, the fifth of Kalabari Kingdom, was formally received by chiefs of Abonima in a colorful boat regatta. The boat regatta featured cultural displays ranging from Oki masquerade to performances by the brass band. Late Obi Lulu Briggs died on December 27, 2018 at the age of 88.
Brilliant farewell, and may his soul rest in perfect peace. Amen. On that note, I want to thank you for watching Newsline. A parting shot before I go. The bad news is that time flies, but the good news is that you are the pilot. Good night and God bless Nigeria.